And here we are, back live. Say hi, Marie.
Hi.
Back here live at the WTF Donald Trump protest. And I'm going to show you the signs that we have here. People brought signs for everyone to use, so you don't even have to bring your own sign. And they cover all of the different categories of nonsense that's happening in the world right now. We're getting started, getting ready for the first speaker to be coming. And so stay tuned as we do that. Yes, the motorcycles have arrived. Aren't we lucky?
Yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah.
We've got Diverse and Resilient here, out of Hate Free Out of Gamey. There's all of our friends. Woo! First speaker.
See, a little bit of shade here. There's a little bit of shade there.
I'm a member. I don't.
Don't hold the mic in front of the speaker.
Oh yeah. She's all over the place. Yeah, she's a wonderful.
It's like the same faces are all
Yeah.
All right, is that better? Can you hear me?
Yay!
Okay. Split audience here.
We're all standing in the shade.
President of the Appleton Area Now chapter. I'm going to start with my comments with just a short story here. Just this past Wednesday, the Women's Fund held their 25th annual luncheon. It's a celebration of women, and this year's theme was Women in Sport. Their keynote speaker was Catherine Switzer, who was the first woman officially compete in the Boston Marathon. She had a lot to say about women's empowerment. She's an awesome, phenomenal speaker. By the way, she's 78 years old. And such an inspiration. But one of the things she said really stuck in my head. And that is the reason why women were not allowed to compete in the marathon, Boston or any other one, is because they, who do you think they were afraid that women's uteruses would fall out.
I'm sorry, Irene, say that again.
They, whoever they were afraid that women's uteruses would fall out. Can you imagine now?
Yeah.
Of course, that's just a pretty hilarious statement, but it's also stupid, right? Women's uteruses will fall out. They're part of our body. Good grief.
Yeah.
So it stuck in my head, and the reason why is because it's such a great example of how we cannot let clueless men make decisions about our bodies, or make decisions about what women should and should not be doing. And what are the most common events that you can think of that are making these decisions?
clueless.
I will just say BJP and stuff.
Yeah. Woo.
So, fight back against Trump. study around the world.
Amazing.
Solve and cure things like cancer. Well, E.T. and his sons are not making America great again. This research is happening elsewhere in the world, and so
Thankfully.
Medical tourists.
Healthcare tourists, right? So, better to get your treatment overseas. What other things that now is focused on? Well, a lot of these things we focus on. We've also talked about the SAVE Act, which is the bill in Congress to essentially take the right to vote away from so many women. If you haven't heard about it, it's the bill that has, by the way, passed the House already. That would require that your name match the name on your birth certificate in order to get a valid vote. So for a lot of women who took their husband's last name when they got married, or maybe changed their name for whatever reason, that's just not going to work. Passports will be the only accepted alternative form of identification, but that's expensive. So why for passports if you're not planning to travel overseas? So the purpose of the SAVE Act is only thinly disguised is to take the right to vote away from women and LGBTQ citizens. And then most disturbing to some of us, E.T. recently saying that domestic violence is not a crime. Just a little matter between a husband and the wife. Incredible. He is obviously not aware of the epidemic of domestic violence and what happens to the victims. Involved with that is this J.D. Vance talking about getting rid of no-fault divorce.
He's an asshole
All
too.
wrapped up together. And then I can't, yield the microphone without mentioning this. Right? ICE arrest, SCOTUS ruling, the Supreme Court ruling that racial profiling is acceptable to identify people that I should go after. I told my friends that, I probably need to be carrying my own passport everywhere I go. That's not the way America is supposed to be. And then you're all aware, I hope, of the inhumane treatment of detainees in those ICE camps. That extends to the lack of hygiene products for those intending menstruates. So I don't know if you're all aware or have seen our period protest. We were here at the farmers market a few weeks ago. Our video of that protest just went up on our Facebook page, so take a look. So DJT and his thugs continue to flood the zone, and it gets worse and worse. So we need to keep showing up, keep raising our voices, and attending these protests. Spread the word, share these videos, and I'm sure we'll go somewhere. As they say, each can't do everything, but each of us can do something. And we know better. Tell everyone, listen to women. We are the victims. We're the survivors. We're also the controllers, the problem solvers, the change makers. And that's why we're here, and that's why Appleton Area Now is here to help the resistance and the disruption. So I can't end without thanking HFO and Brent, Mary, Tanner, all the other leaders with HFO who made this happen. Thank you all for coming, and I believe we get to protest now.
Fight back against Trump. Fight back against Trump. Fight back against Trump. Hi Irene, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
All right, we're
Always
going to
good
be
to
putting
see
some
you.
of our extra signs up here in front. If you don't have a protest sign and you want one, come on up and grab one. We're going to be going back to the sidewalks in just a second.
done.